fans, welcome back to my channel. Jordan versus LeBron. Now, this is going to be part two or part three. I think it's part two. That LeBron is not a better scorer than Michael Jordan. Okay, in the first part, we put out the fact, or it might have been the second part, but I know the first one was we was just talking about scoring averages, field goal percentage, and the second one was LeBron wasn't a better 3-point shooter than Michael Jordan, and we went over that. If you want to go check out that video, so this one is pertaining to LeBron getting outscored in the playoffs in the NBA Finals. So before we get started, I think LeBron was outscored, I think 7 times in the finals or in the playoffs by an opponent or his teammate. But let's get this out of the way. Jordan was outscored only one time in the playoff series or a final series, and that was his rookie year. And if I'm not mistaken, that was by, I think, Terry Cummings by 0.5 points only. So just 0.5 points. They both had the same scoring average, but Jordan lost by 0.5 points. So this has to do with you being limited when it comes to offensive skills as far as where you can shoot on the court. That's what this is going to determine how good of a scorer you are. So if you're just shooting 2/3 of your points in the paint all the time, you're going to be very limited to how offensively skilled you really are. And we're just going to go through this. I mean, this ain't really no knock on LeBron because you probably can go through Kobe's career, Kareem's career, even Wilt's playoff career and finals career. These guys were outscored too, but I'm just talking about nobody was on the level of Michael Jordan. He wasn't going to let you outscore him in a final series or a playoff series. He was just that good from mid-range going to the basket. We're going to get into the 3-point field goal percentage in the finals, which he had a better overall 3-point percentage than LeBron. And I've already proved that. Go watch the video when he shoots the same amount of shots as LeBron. He's either equal or better. But Jordan, he wasn't going to waste his time. The reason why LeBron shoots more threes, like I said, because he's very limited outside the paint. So he runs to the three. And it's not because he's better at it. He's just shooting more. And if you go back and watch my Jordan versus LeBron series, we're going year by year. And this guy loses a lot of playoffs or a lot of we haven't got to the finals, but you'll see in the finals he loses a lot of finals because, well, we got to one finals is because this guy is jacking up threes like it's nobody's business, but he's shooting a poor percentage. So he's not taking no for an answer. He's shooting like he's a good 3-point shooter, but he is a basketball player, so eventually he does hit some. Just as long as his percentage is better than Jordan, it looks like, well, Jordan couldn't shoot the three. LeBron had a better 3-point percentage than Jordan. Well, Jordan wasn't even trying. LeBron is trying and bricking it up. That's the difference. And when Jordan tried, he did average, good to great. So go check out that video. So let's get into this. In 2007, LeBron was outscored by Jameson. And by the Wizards, Jameson played for the Wizards. He scored 32 points per game in that playoff series, and LeBron only put out 27.8 points per game. Antoine Jameson. So the same year when he got blew out by the Spurs, you had Tony Parker average 24.5 points per game. LeBron only averaged 22 points per game. So you can see right there, the Spurs was able to sweep LeBron with the guy only averaging 24.5 points a game. That's amazing. And you guys scream how great these Spurs was, and they could beat Jordan's Bulls teams. I don't think so, son. 20. This is probably what. No, there's no way. That was a highest score, 24.5 points per game. Tony Parker? Wow. So we go to 2011. This is going to be a lot of guys that outscore LeBron. This is in the finals. Again, second round, Dwayne Wade. Well, this ain't the finals yet. So this is still 2011 when he had a super duper team. 2011, second round, Wade averages 30.2 points per game, and LeBron averages 28 points per game in the second round. Imagine Jordan ever having a guy averaging 30 points per game in the playoffs. I mean, that's insane right there. So, wow. Those guys, they were trash. So we go to that same year in the finals. We have Wade, 26.5 points per game. LeBron averaged 17.8. Dirk, the same finals, 26 points per game. LeBron, again, 17.8 points per game. Then we have Chris Bosh, 18.5 points per game in those same finals. LeBron, 17.8. Jason Terry, 18 points per game. LeBron, 17.8 points per game. So we have 4 people that outscored LeBron in the finals. Goodness. Then you have the next year, Kevin Durant outscored LeBron in the finals, 2012, 30.6 points per game. LeBron, 28.6 points per game. I mean, if LeBron had went up against Kevin Durant, I think maybe let's just say if they didn't have maybe one Hall of Fame teammate, I don't know if LeBron would have won that championship. You got 2014 Eastern Conference Finals, Paul George of the Pacers, 24 points per game. LeBron only 22.8 points per game. Good thing he had Kyrie. So we move on to 2016, first round. Kyrie, his teammate averaged 27.5 points per game. LeBron only could average 22.8 points per game. Good thing he had Kyrie, even though Kyrie is trash today. That's what the LeBron fans say. So, we been told Kyrie was only good for hitting that shot. So we go to the next year. This was the finals, 2017 finals. Durant with the Warriors averaged 32.2 points per game. LeBron, 33.6 points per game, which isn't bad, but they could have won that series because Kyrie outscored Curry, and who was it? I think Kevin Love. He had the same averages as Clay as far as scoring and rebounds. If you rewind back, I was saying yesterday, I was like, oh, LeBron beat the greatest team of all time, 2016 Warriors. So is Curry better than LeBron as a player? We're told LeBron is either number one or number two. Is Clay better than Kyrie? A better player? No. So how did he beat the greatest team of all time? I'm not understanding that. Oh, you're talking about record-wise? Okay. That doesn't make you the greatest team of all time. I got a video coming up on that. My opinion, the Lakers of the 80s is the greatest team of all time. When we talk about who they had Kareem, top 5 player, They have Magic, top 5 player, and then you put in Worthy, top 75 player. That, friends, my friends, is the greatest team of all time. Who else you gonna put? You can't put you can't put Curry. He's borderline top 10 player. Clay, he ain't even top 20 player. Let's see. Draymond Green, he better not even make the Hall of Fame. He's a joke. So you got to be kidding me. And then when we look back at that 2016 finals, Love, he was a franchise player for another team. Kyrie was a franchise player for another team. Clay never has been. And you got Draymond Green. What team could he lead? Could he ever be a franchise player of another team? No. So they LeBron didn't beat the greatest team of all time. You got to stop. He took a 2-1 lead going back home without Kyrie in the 2015 finals. Go look at his averages. He pooped all over the place the rest of the series. So let's get back into this. You got 2020, the bubble playoffs. You got Harden, second round, averaged 29.4 points per game. LeBron, 25.8 points per game. Then you have the same year, the first round, AD, his teammate, averaged 29.8 points per game. LeBron, 27.4. And we talking about what Jordan did with the Wizards. Wow, could you even imagine Jordan having this type of player? A top 75 player when Jordan was playing with the Wizards. Could you imagine? He didn't even have a Hall of Fame player. Wow. You guys. So LeBron James' offensive skills are very limited. And this is what happens when he really don't have any offensive skills. It's drive to the basket, elbow in somebody's chest, barrel over somebody in a league full of skinny AAU 3-point shooters. That's what you have. Because this guy definitely wasn't doing this stuff in the early 2000s. That's why he never won a championship in the 2000s. When people like to say, oh, what was Jordan doing? He didn't win in the 80s. Well, Jordan played less seasons in the 80s than LeBron did in the 2000s, right? Well, I think it was a season, Jordan played a season less than what LeBron played in the 2000s. But still, Jordan never had the number one seed back to back in back to back years and lost. Never, never, ever, ever did he have the number one seed and get beat by a number 3 and a number 4 seed while having the number one seed. That's embarrassing, folks. And tell me what you think. LeBron just isn't on Jordan's level as far as scoring. And I don't think nobody is, but LeBron ain't even close. Tell me what you think.